I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. It's about 5 minutes after 11 p.m. I needed to do this video because tomorrow morning I'll be off to church to preach somewhere in Delta States where I am currently. How do you manage family finances and the extended family? Your family finances and the extended family. This can be a very sore spot in families and can be a source of disagreement and sometimes can even lead to divorce. The first thing you must realize is that the foundation of every marriage matters a great deal. When you get married, you must realize that you have exchanged parents. His father becomes your father-in-law, the mother-in-law. Her mother becomes mother-in-law, and her father becomes father-in-law. So the best way to do that is to have a joint approach. A joint approach. What we did when we got newly married was that we exchanged these parents, like as I just said. We agreed on what to give, who to give, when to give, and why to give. And if we wanted to give to my wife's people, it is me that gives. If we wanted to give to my parents, it is my wife that gave. God so helped me that my wife was very understanding, and a lot of the responsibilities that fell on my shoulders concerning, I'm the last born, concerning my nephews, she handled them, and far beyond my patience and my tolerance level. But for my parents, she took extreme care to make sure that they lived quite a comfortable life within the resources we had. On my mother-in-law's side, I took the responsibilities as if she was my own mother. At a point, she lived with us until when I traveled to Australia, that they now took her to her home. So we exchanged parents. We had a unified front. What to give, who to give, when to give, where to give, why we are giving. There should be no rivalry. That is to say, we've given this to your parents, then we must give this to my parents. No. We just saw ourselves as responsible people. At the same time, since we needed assistance one way or the other at that time, the contribution to our welfare was not balanced. So you don't need to balance the equation in the sense that if 50,000 goes to this side, 50,000 must go to this side. No. It was based on a sense of responsibility and mutual understanding. The next thing is that as we got older and businesses grew, I left a lot of the responsibilities to my wife. She catered for a lot of responsibilities, and she was quite good in bringing my people into the house and taking care of them until some of them misbehaved. You have in-laws and outlaws. In-laws are the in-laws that can stay within your roof outlaws, that those in-laws that bring problems, you keep them outside your roof. The next thing is that don't draw a budget. This is the amount for our families. And once you exceed that budget, any other demand, tell them to wait till next month, that the money is not yet available. Like as I said, rivalry should never be there, and competitive expenditure should never be there. Then you should be very careful. It is not every demand that in-laws bring, your family members bring, that you emotionally react to solve. For those of you in the diaspora, you are working so hard for your money. And some of you live very frugal lives. Most of us here in Africa who place demands on you can be very lazy, very lousy, very destructive if you give them businesses to manage. They don't generate anything to assist you. It is called the black tax. Dependence of black people on their relatives that prevents them from doing well, while other countries, the remittances from overseas to those nations contribute to the growth of their economy. So be very careful. It's not, you don't react emotionally. You don't have a father who is a drunkard, who is running after women, then you keep sending money to him. No, doesn't work that way. And there are some basic expenditure that can be done one after the other. It was an emergency to build a house for my parents. So we built our house at home for my parents first. My wife was directly responsible to a very large extent because I needed to be practicing while she had time to travel to Otokutu to do the building. Then cement was 50 naira a bag. Then we later helped my mother-in-law to build her house. So this turn by turn, you can't do two of them simultaneously. Then if your income grows and your wife's income grows, you don't need to do it jointly. She can do whatever she wants to do for her extended family, and you can do whatever you want to do for your extended family if the income has grown to such an extent that what you give out does not affect, your businesses. Another alternative is that you can allocate allowances to each of you. Assuming you run a joint business, you can place yourself, the man on a salary, you place your wife on a salary. It is from that allowance that she has that she can sort out her family responsibilities. But if you create, according to Daystar man Sam Adeyemi, if you behave like Jehovah El Shaddai, he says you shall die. If you behave as if you will supply all their needs, I tell you, your finances will die. Don't create the impression of so much abundance and unlimited supply. Don't create that. So when you reach a certain stage, each person can. If I give money, I don't need to go and explain to her. She might not even know. If she gives, she will later tell me. And I usually don't bother because there are some things I have overgrown. So in a nutshell, as you grow bigger, the joint expenditure should be loosened so that each person can have a level of freedom and peace of mind. If you in-laws, you must make sure that the monies you are spending are monies that are not Jonah money. When you put Jonah in your boat, you will keep having expenses, losses. If somebody behaves like a Jonah, always demanding for and not producing anything, after some time, throw him overboard, let him stay on his own. If not, you will run into problems with him. And the tragedy is that when you get old, these people are not going to be there to help your children, particularly due to the fact that they most likely will not do well. Such people don't do well. And you will find out that some of them that you are even helping hate you. You see, poor people hate rich people. They don't want to be like you. They don't want to be better than you. They want you to be like them. You might help them. They think that you have more than enough, that you're not giving them enough from what you have. Who will help? That's the language of a poor person with entitlement mentality. So if there are any other questions concerning managing finances and managing in-laws, let me know. But don't borrow money to send to in-laws. Don't borrow money to solve problems for them. Some of them, if they create their own problems, sometimes allow them roast in their problems. It will teach them common sense. And don't be too nice. It is dangerous to be too nice. I don't know if I'm still your friend, but I'm Dr. Charles Apoki. You can make your comments, send me direct questions to my WhatsApp on +234 70 52 13 67 63. God bless you. You can share these videos with others. Press the like button and subscribe, share with others, and press the notification button. God bless you.